I was just blown away that when you say but one or two times, that's all it takes, and it's cut.
Over.
So good for the ends.
Or the word or. Making someone select between two things because they're like, well, I'd either like to treat athletes or I'd like to have a family practice. Well, why isn't that and? And they were like, what? It could be and? Oh, it can be and. You can have and. Replace it or with and.
Specialize in athletic families, like
Yes. I mean,
Laird Hamilton and Gabrielle Reese, they're both athletes. They're married, they have kids.
exactly. Exactly. See, perfect example. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and there's no reason why you can't treat both and have specialties in both and have tools for both and have even branding for both.
Sure.
It's an and. It's a thing. Oh, I'd either like to grow my practice or be with my family.
Yeah.
What about and? So,
right.
I love that.
Why do they become exclusive? Yeah. That same coach also told me the other thing that'll kill a conversation is why. So if you say, I want to build a tree house, and it's like, why? I'm like, yeah, it's probably a dumb idea. I won't.
Right. It immediately stops. So the why, I was also taught the why. I wonder if we had the same coach. That'd be funny. But the why is always a killer unless you're looking for your why. And then your why becomes an energetic motivator. So the word why isn't always bad, but when you're asking why for someone's reasoning for action or behavior, then it's very uncomfortable. It's very ick. It kills the energy. So I'm right there with you.
Yeah. It's so funny. Just those subtleties can totally do it, and
makes all the difference.
Going back to when we were talking earlier about patient communication, there's good research out there. If you let a patient, if you just say some open-ended question like, tell me what's going on or how can I help? And you just shut up, how long do you think they'll talk for? How long do you think they'll tell you about their chief complaint?
Some people, 0 amount of time. And some people, it'll be super, super short.
Yeah. And the research says they'll tell you, they'll talk for 92 seconds if you just let them go.
Be super short.
And they'll run out of steam. But that same researcher then looked at, that's weird because we don't see a lot of, 90-second interactions. How long do you think on average it takes for a physician to interrupt their patient?
3 seconds.
11 seconds.
Oh, God.
Yeah, 11 seconds. But the number one complaint in all of like the research around communication is no one listened to me. I didn't feel heard. Nobody ever stopped to actually pay attention, right? And it's like, if you're willing to invest 92 seconds into the front end of every patient interaction, guess what you won't hear anymore, right? And if you look at practices, I'm sure you have so many clients, you look at practices that just list their patients and you look at their Google reviews, it's a
amazing
night and day difference. Yeah. Like, oh, she actually cares about you. She actually listens to you. It's not the same cookie cutter stuff. It's like, yeah, you could invest 92 seconds. But if you tell me you have back pain and you're like, oh, well, my back kind of hurts. Well, like, is it numb? Is it tingly? Is it burning? Like, I just killed it, right?
That's killed it.
I just killed it.
Well, and in those 92 seconds, they're telling you all the things they want to hear back from you in order to feel heard and in order to be fixed. It's like magic. 92 seconds. They'll tell you everything you need to know to be the best doctor for this patient.
Yeah. And secret trick for the listeners. If you take something out of their first interaction, this will give you customer service scores up the wazoo, like patient satisfaction scores. Takes a little bit of trickery here, but take something that they stated in that first visit that is not on any piece of paper. They didn't fill out so they filled out their name, their birth date, their, where's the pain, blah, blah. But if they happen to mention they have a dog named Rover, and you send that back to them in a message like, hey, Michelle, I just want to check in on you. By the way, give Rover a scratch for me. They are blown away. Yeah. But the trick is it can't be anything written down. So if you're like, oh, we love working with patients of Dr. Harris, and you're like, oh, I filled that information out. But if it's something they didn't, or how was lunch with your sister? I know you said you were going to, go do that. Yeah. That stuff will just blow their mind and build such a better relationship with that patient, which as a consultant, I'm sure like the lifetime value is doubled of that patient, right?
Easy. And they'll get better results because they're going to release serotonin and dopamine every time they think about you rather than cortisol.
Yeah. Yeah.
which is instant healing.
Right. And so you want better results, a patient that sticks around longer, more money, and short of six-pack abs. That's the only thing I don't think we can promise, but more money and better feeling around you we'll take that, right?
Yeah. How about more fun going to work? How about that?
There you go.
How about that?
Well, since you brought that up, let's talk about that. So for those who, share their dream with you, can you tell us any trends you notice of people that really are close to their dream and how they I don't want to say enjoy, maybe enjoy or fulfilled the work they do seems to not tire them out. In fact, it like adds energy to their system. I notice. You notice this too. You're kind of those listeners. She's nodding her head. So tell me what you've observed there.
Well, what I notice is when people start doing the things they enjoy more rather than the obligations that they have to do, it powers them to do the next thing. The old adage is get stuff out of the way that you don't want to do is so wrong. It's so wrong. You do not get stuff out of the way that you have to. Instead, you do the things you enjoy, which then empower you to then do the next cool thing. And then you'll have plenty of energy to do that crap or delegate it out. Hint, hint. But there's plenty of energy for that. And the thing I noticed first is when someone clears their head with their vision, their energy instantly shifts because they start seeing it's possible. Same thing you see with your patients. It's so much fun. When they first hear that it's possible to heal from this blown disc, you see their energy get lighter, right? They actually light up around the center of their forehead, the pineal gland, like they light up, they get excited, right? When they get excited like that, it opens up all these possibilities to healing, but it also gives them the energy to take care of the things they need to take care of.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Trust Driven Insights, brought to you by Trust Driven Care. Imagine a world where all your patient communication is in one place, seamless, effortless, and on autopilot. That's the power of trust-driven care. If you're ready to streamline your practice, check out trustdrivencare.com and see what's possible. Trust-driven insights, real conversations, smarter care, stronger business.